So this is my first example for constructing what's called a box and whisker plot or a box and whisker graph. This is just a different kind of graph to show the organization of a list of numbers. So my first, don't pay attention to the number line at first. My first set of steps is going to be like it always is when I'm finding my 5-number summary, which is to find the minimum, the maximum, and my 3 quartiles. So my first job always with these is to put them in order from least to greatest. So let me do that quick down here. Okay, so I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 numbers. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 numbers. My minimum number is 1. My maximum number is 25. Those are going to be important in a moment. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to count. I'm going to start with my quartile 2. This guy right here is my median. I have to find that before I find the outer quartiles. So I'm going to start here and I'm going to count my way in and count my way in. And I end up with a median of 12. I always like to box it in too, just so I can see what it is I have to do with it. Now I'm not going to include 12 when I come over here to do my lower quartile. So I count in and count in and count in, and I end up with halfway between 4 and 8, okay? If I want to do that mathematically, I can say 4 plus 8 equals 12, and then 12 divided by 2 equals 6, okay? So my lower quartile is 6. And now I'm going to do my upper quartile. I start here, I count in, I end up halfway between 20 and 21. And halfway between 20 and 21 is 20.5 or 20 and a half. Okay, and now that I have these 5 numbers, now I'm ready to construct my graph. So watch what I do. First thing I do is what are called the beginning of my whiskers. So basically this is supposed to look like a cat's nose with whiskers coming off of it. So my whiskers start with my minimum and my maximum. So I draw a vertical line at my minimum, and you can give yourself a pretty good line on that. And then a minimum line on my maximum, a maximum line at my maximum. So these are going to be the ends of my whiskers. Now I'm going to construct a box, and that box is going to include these 3 numbers. So the first part of my box is going to be at 6. And I'm going to draw a little vertical line here at 6. My median is at 12, so I'm going to draw a line at 12, and my maximum is at 20 and a half. Now here's 20 and here's 21. I want to go halfway between 20 and 21. Okay, and I'm going to draw a little vertical line there. Now I'm going to basically connect all of my lines together. Let me make this guy a little shorter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect my quartile 1, which was 6, to my quartile 12, and then bring it over to my 20.5 or my quartile 3. There's the box part of my box and whiskers. So this line is my quartile 1, this line is my quartile 2 or my median, and this line is my quartile 3. Now I'm going to connect those to my minimum and my maximum. So here's my box, and here are my whiskers. Those whiskers come out to the minimum and the maximum. Okay, now here's how it works. My median is right in the middle of my list of data. Okay, right in the middle of my list here. And you can see that I've got some numbers on this side and some numbers on this side. This side's a little bit longer. Well, if you look at my list of values, I had some numbers at the lower end and then a lot of more numbers at the higher end that were over that number of 12. So between 1 and 12 is my lower quartile, between 12 and 25 is my upper quartile. So that's what a box and whisker plot looks like. Not too difficult. Once I figure out my minimum, maximum, and my 3 quartiles, I can go ahead and construct that graph. So the next one that we do will be another example of this, and then I have a couple of draw-its for you to try.